Shera the Com Punjabi indeed at Chandigarh, and chak de phatte time for Shreyas Iyer's team, because what a performance. 220 chase down thanks to Prabhsimran Singh, Priyansh Arya's 50s, Shreyas Clutch Iyer delivering a brilliant performance, and with an over to spare, they have managed to chase down 220, which, if memory serves me right, is the highest successful chase in Mullapur. Then, when you look at the SRH batting, 219 at the start that they got, it was never going to be enough. They were 40 runs short, 50 runs short of where they had started. But Punjab Kings, credit to them now, they have managed to win 3 out of the 4 games that they have played in. One was a no result, unfortunately, the Kolkata game. But wins now in their first 3 out of the 4 games has put them in a great position. On the other hand, Sunrisers Hyderabad, glum faces. No way is their campaign coming back on track after this. They can't defend even 220.
But see, this I don't think comes as a massive surprise to anyone. One thing that everyone of us here at Sports Today, when analyzing the SRH 11, always said, boy, I would give an arm and a leg to have a batting lineup like SRH. But at the same time, we all said, I want to be at an arm's length away from SRH's bowling lineup. Don't let me anywhere close to them. And I think this is a sort of an assessment that there was, even before the first ball was bowled in the IPL, that yes, this batting lineup will get you a lot of runs. They will score big. But this bowling lineup is also capable of conceding as many runs as you make. And I mean, fortunately, unfortunately, that's exactly how it's turning out to be for SRH. I think the only thing that has compounded their problem, and I think that's the reason why they've lost today as well, and it could have made things slightly better for SRH despite this bowling lineup, is if their middle order also stepped up. So add the top order and some decent middle order batting, and then with this bowling lineup, I'll say they wouldn't have been the best team of the IPL, but they wouldn't have been really bad either. So they would have had a 50% chance of winning because the batting would help them win half of their game. Maybe bowling would ensure that they lose half of their games. But now why I think it will not be 50-50 and they'll lose more than they'll win is because that middle order that you thought will do well is not. And I think the biggest shocker there is the form of Henrik Klaasen. Yeah. He's been getting runs, but at the rate that he's been getting runs, I think that's not something you expect, right, in today's day and age. I mean, I just look at where Sunrisers were, and I'm just trying to change the situation. Again, I repeat, same bowling attack versus a very powerful Punjab team, and you expect they'll get hammered. But they're not getting 220. After that start, where in 9 overs they're sitting on 120, a bare minimum, I'm saying bare, and it was 8 point some overs there, 120, 223. I'm saying even if you had a bit of a slowdown in the middle overs, even if I account for that, bare minimum I'm looking at is 240. Yes. Nothing less than that. In fact, ideally it's 250, but I'm still giving away 10 runs bouquet because power play is not going to repeat yourself, so on and so forth. 240. So you're falling 20 runs short. See, again, 240, different game. Even though Punjab has a good game, many teams will struggle despite SRH's poor bowling and Punjab's good batting. I think that has been the biggest downer for them. I will not blame their bowling because you and I all expected this is what you have, this is what is going to happen. In fact, the Chinaman is a breath of fresh air that to have come for their team. He's come actually out of syllabus in the sense and done rather well. But overall, I don't think any of us expected. So I think the problem area for them and something that they need to fix on is their middle order. I mean, Nitish Kumar Reddy has not been in form for some time. But I think, as I said, the biggest disappointment for me is Henrik Klaasen and the way he is batting. Forget out of form.
You are not recovering after scoring just 99 runs in the last 12 overs. Yeah. And it gave an illusion that maybe is the pitch slowing down? Is it becoming sluggish?
Belter of a track.
It was a belter.
And you know, now people can't even say that, okay, most of the time what happens is that first inning looks sluggish, but second inning improves. But that happens in night games because later on it gets better for batting. This is a day game. So you can't even say, that it was slowing down. You can't compare second half, it gets better. No, the second half was also played during the daytime. It's telling you it was a absolute belter of a track throughout. So it is only some incompetent batting and nothing else.
And pardon me, there is no disrespect to all the SRH bowlers, but any opposition, when you have an Unadkat on current form and Ishan Malinga, you look at all their pace bowlers, even a Harshal Patel, you're not getting intimidated. I'm sorry, there is no intimidation factor in the SRH bowling.
Agreed. But Siddharth, what can happen is, that's what I'm saying. Today they were on course to get 240, 250.
Easily.
I'm saying once you get 240, no matter how bad the bowling attack is, I'm approaching things differently. See, what happened today, Punjab were going 11 and over despite having an outstanding start, still 11 and over, and they needed about 9.5 to 10 and over required. Now add those 20 runs, that becomes 12 and over that you need towards the second half. It isn't that easy.
It isn't.
And it puts pressure, and then you start taking more risks. Today they could be comfortable. I mean, Shreyas has played an absolute brilliant knock, but at no time would he be under stress, because every time you are under control, you're keeping that required rate at 10 best. You're not panicking, it's not getting to 12, 13, that's panic station. That would have happened right from the word go if you're sitting on 240. So I agree that their bowling, I don't expect anything great from their bowling throughout this season. But it's their batting which is completely letting them down.
Heinrich Klaassen.
The middle order, not their entire batting.
Heinrich Klaassen, he had given that sermon himself to the bowlers and also to the team, but he himself didn't follow up on his own sermon, because when before the match he had given it to the host broadcasters in one particular press meet. He said, our batters need to get 230, 240 in every game for our bowlers to have a chance.
That's what Abhishek did.
Exactly.
But
he said that one thing that's going off plan for them is those 40 odd runs.
So who's responsible for it? By the way, not just this game, previously
as well, I agree. In fact, he had said it retrospectively only.
Okay, it's my fault.
No, he didn't particularly take it on him, but he said that as a batting unit, we've got to be aiming for those 40 runs extra, because only if we get 230, 240, are we giving our bowlers a chance.
So he knows his bowlers.
Yes. And he himself didn't follow up on the sermon.
He knows his bowlers.
He knows. Again, it's a big admission. It's a big admission in that way. And yeah, see, you could have said that if they were about 80 for 4, 10 over mark, 9 over mark, then you could have said, okay, whatever that they got to, you'll take that. But after that blinder of a start that they got, you had to have posted 230, 240. The platform was there. And it's not like the firepower was missing. In fact, to not have a Nitish Reddy also bat higher than Salil, that also I felt was a bit of a missed opportunity for them. Nitish Kumar Reddy has been looking good with the bat. Let's not mistake that for once. Heinrich Klaassen, for some reason, is looking a pale shadow of himself. I know he has finished with a respectable strike rate, but when you're having such explosive batting up top, and you know what a Heinrich Klaassen in his truest form can do, at the moment he is not pulling his weight, to say the least.
I mean, I don't know if I
go up something.
I think Salil Arora is someone that they think is very good, and I remember in our analysis we didn't have him in the 11, and a lot of people sent out comments saying how can you not have him in 11. In fact, we rated Aniket Verma higher, and I'm glad he's having a much better season today. Unlucky to get run out, but having a much better season than Salil Arora. I know he did well in domestic cricket, and everyone gets excited for these kind of things and those squad games and so on and so forth. But once you hit the main tournament, it's completely different. And I agree in that regard. I would have batted Nitish Kumar Reddy higher than him. He's kind of gotten better with the bat. He's also having a decent, actually out of the bowling lineup, the one who's still having a slightly decent season with the ball has also been Nitish Kumar Reddy. Even today wasn't that bad in his bowling as compared to what Harshal Patel and Jaydev Unadkat have been so far.
Let's not forget he was entrusted to bowl with the new ball as well in the first game.
Yeah, and it's not done that badly is what I'm saying. Yeah. He's not great. He's not a match winner with the ball, but to the expectation that you had of him, he's been slightly better.
Yeah, with a modified action, you can utilize him a bit more. I mean, ever since that back injury, he's modified his action considerably. He's getting some more outswing in that sense. But yes, pace is in the 130s. Even pre-injury, Nitish Reddy never used to touch 140, 145. Never. He was 125, 130-ish in that sense.
Let's talk about the winning team. I mean, they deserve a lot of our time. And that opening pair, one of the reasons actually why they made the final last time around, didn't have a great start, but now the Priyansh Arya Prabhsimran Jodi, my God. Yep. I mean, I think it was probably a game of two of the best opening combinations
Yes.
in the IPL. Head and Abhishek one side. I mean, of course, there is Rajasthan Royals as well.
Jai Surya.
Jai Surya. I mean, there are many, but good to see the kind of base that Punjab set with their openers, and this is what we enjoyed last season as well, with these two openers, completely fearless, young kids, not afraid to play their strokes and coming into their own, and that's exactly. And then that man.
Clutch Iyer.
Today is not even clutch, yeah. I mean, today he was in cruise control.
Cruise
Clutch is when he's under pressure and he's a cruise control.
It felt like he knew when to change gears. He
Yeah.
knew
Total
the
in
plan.
control, yeah.
He knew the plan. He could preempt those short deliveries as well. Especially, I can't recall who that fast bowler was at that time, and it's almost like he preempted that.
Ishan Malinga.
I don't remember that thing. Maybe I didn't see that fully at that time. But yeah, just the confidence with which he could preempt it, play that short ball very easily, knock it down for a six as well. He looked in complete control. And remember hearing somebody say that at some point they need to kick on Nehal Vadera, Shreyas Iyer.
No.
And I felt
In control.
exactly, and at that time as well, maybe the required run rate was just about 12, 13. Like they've got no reason to be pressing.
They didn't allow it to actually go 12, 13.
Yeah.
It was
11ish.
Exactly.
11ish,
They didn't allow it to
11ish.
go that
so
far.
at that time, like, just no reason for them to, because I could see how he was planning this chase,
Yeah,
Shreyas Iyer. At times, on some days, when the batter's in complete control, no matter what you throw. Also, the Arsenal that Sunrisers Hyderabad have. I'm sorry that Arsenal has very limited potency in it. So Shreyas, I think, knew about what all was there in that in that arsenal of SRH.
what all there was not.
See, in an era
What
of
was there.
in the era of the AK-47, Sunrisers Hyderabad have a pistol. That's their attack.
202, that old rifle.
Old
used to have,
rifle
no?
of 202. But
So load, the cops used to have to load.
I mean,
the
yeah, you have to physically get the bullets in and then load it, rotate, attack.
for the longest time, our police used to
Of
have
course.
that. It just never worked. I don't know, must have been last fired in 1948 or somewhere.
Seriously.
They used to carry it.
But there is a very interesting take on Prabhsimran's 50.
Hmm.
Because
You have it.
prior to that, yeah, during one of the Punjab Kings, they had uploaded a video on social media where his mother got home cooked
I
food
saw that.
for the whole squad. During that time, Ricky Ponting made a very interesting observation. He said, last year, when Prabhsimran's mother got food for the whole camp, Prabh went on to score 5 consecutive 50s. Is it any coincidence last year and now this, that Prabhsimran's mummy got food for the whole Punjab team's camp, and now immediately after he scored his first 50?
No, I have no reason to doubt that. Maa ka khana,
Maa ke haath
obviously, yeah, that just gives next level energy.
Of course.
So
Love
that
you,
is
Mum.
that is the secret of Prabhsimran's energy.
Of course, today look at it here. 204, 285 strike rate. Everybody had Maka Khana. And look
Exactly.
at it. Everybody had it.
Yeah.
Even the guy who isn't playing had the best compliment of all, Suryan Shedge. He said, it's full, but I'm all geared up for the whole IPL season with this. That's
Get
the
up for
way.
what? To carry the water bottle?
No, I don't think. In this batting lineup, where will he play?
I agree.
He can play. Nehal Vadera is not going to inform. And he was the only guy who looked slightly out of
I
place.
was about to get to that. The one thing consistently that you've seen where, again, there's a certain pattern that you've figured out with all teams. With Delhi, let's say, it was Nitish Rana and he's out of the side today. So then you he is. So you could see that coming. Not surprising at all.
No, I thought we only at Sports Today scream and said, I mean, I said it last time, how can you be playing
Exactly.
it? But then teams don't do it, no.
So with Punjab as well, see, while they'll be very happy and this looks like a clinical performance, but if you're looking, there won't unfortunately ever be that day where all players you fielded, all 12 of them will have spectacular days. Couple of blips here and there will always be there.
No, but Nehal
with
also
Nehal-
didn't have a good season. I think
Yeah.
for Punjab also,
For
he was
last
struggling.
year,
Yes.
yeah.
So you know that form has been off for some time now. It's not just this IPL that it's
Exactly. He hit a wonderful 6-over extra cover today off that spinner, but otherwise we've seen a few dismissals of his, And if there's one thing that they would want to fix, I don't know. The thing with them is they've got momentum, so they can still afford to have an out of form player. But why? You've got options.
Yeah.
So Shreyas Iyer did have that reputation last year of a 200 plus strike rate. I remember
Smart.
it was Shreyas Iyer who put in a good word for him. In fact, he ended with 240 odd in terms of his strike rate.
He
I
was
think.
the guy who took the game away in that final of SMAT. Mumbai was his MP last year. Too good he was.
So no
but then-
harm, I'm saying if they want to, they can go ahead and test him out as well.
Okay, before we take the question, my one question is Punjab looking like the strongest team this season? Yes, no. If no, then which is the team that's looking? So we've seen about 3-4 games of each team.
Yeah.
I think good enough.
I
sample
would
size.
say, despite that blip, RCB, they look
You think RCB is the strongest?
is strongest. Yes,
Okay.
they had an off day yesterday, but because somebody's come right out of syllabus and ensured they are on top.
No, because the only two teams that are undefeated out of 4 games is Punjab and,
And
Rajasthan.
Rajasthan.
So it's interesting that you pick RCB and neither do you pick Rajasthan or Punjab. Yeah.
I'm tempted to pick Punjab, not because the games just
Yeah.
ended and we've seen
Yeah,
them, we've seen them fresh, but from that 4-game sample size, that game that got washed out as well. Remember,
They
they
could've
had
made it
picked
4
up
out of 4,
exactly. They
yeah.
could have. They had just the right start in that rain interrupted match as well. They're looking good. In fact, I remember saying this while we were doing our preview and build up shows at that time. I said I hadn't kept them in the top 4, and that was because I had looked at how some of these guys, the kind of domestic seasons that they had, Cooper Conley in the mix, etc., etc. And I also said at that time that one of my first things to come out wrong in terms of prediction would be to not place them in the top 4. You're asking if they look like the most lethal team. I think they are. They've definitely. It depends how you look at it. It's a bit of a surprise and not a surprise also, because they've just motored along exactly how they were last year. So none of the domestic seasons mattered. Cooper Conley, remember, comes in with an ODI reputation, not a T20 reputation. Shreyas Iyer was injured for the last few months. Priyansh Arya wasn't amongst the runs. Prabhsimran wasn't amongst the runs. So they had so many of these question marks, but as a unit they've come out very, very well.
Yeah, I'd also second that. For me, Punjab looking like the best team, and the closest team that comes to them is Rajasthan. But I still see, for example, in Rajasthan's middle order, we still haven't seen them do well. It's their openers that are just killing it, and that's the reason why they're doing well. Punjab, what they've shown is, whether it's their top order, whether it's their middle order, and then I know bowling for Rajasthan has also been good. Jofra Archer has been outstanding, but just look at that bowling attack of Punjab Kings. You've got an Arshdeep, you've got a Marco Jansen, you've got Bartlett, who's been absolutely outstanding, and a UZ Chahal thrown into the mix. I think it's a real potent bowling attack. So yeah, for me also Punjab look like the team to beat. Though having said that, last season also they were very good, but for the fact that when they reach the playoff, they just
Fizzled
succumb.
out, yeah. Both those matches.
So that can still happen. You never know. That's a completely different temperament
Yep.
that you need for playoff. But right now they're looking like the best
Team to
teams
beat.
that we have. Yes, do we have?
Agreed.
Comments, yeah.
We've got AJ where he says, where is Shane? Every time he would see Iyer performing like this, he would be regretting and getting pissed on KKR management. No, I agree.
He'll
AJ.
continue to get pissed, my friend. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. No, I that day I pointed out that he asked for more money. You should have paid him more money.
Yeah. You can
Simple
spend 25.2 on a Cam Green,
Yeah.
but you can't pay 25.2 or a 27 for a proven captain.
I
I'm
think
sure the ask
25
must have been 30.
No, must have been around the 25 range. Yeah, paid him. You wanted retirement at 15 or
I think
whatever.
25 they would have gone. I'm sure they would have accounted for about 25, 26. See, they were prepared. They were very prepared. And if you're looking out for a captain, sure enough, you're looking for another couple of crores. I think the difference would have been between 27 and 30. And while it might seem just 3 crore rupees, but from the auction point of view, it matters a lot at times. They would have. Surely for an all-rounder, you have that kind of number in mind. You've seen the Cummins of the world, etc., etc., the Venkatesh Iyers of the world get that huge payday on mini auction day. Surely the calculation
Maybe.
must have been there.
We won't know till we know.
Yes.
We will never know.
No, we can know. Hassan.
Yeah.
Can.
Dano Shell is saying, Captain Shreyas Iyer restricted SRH to 219 when 250 plus was expected and chased easily at 200 plus strike rate, scored 15 last T20 versus Australia, still dropped. Agreed. Agreed, my friend. Shreyas Iyer, I mean, had that injury not happened, he would have definitely gone to the T20 World Cup.
Yeah.
People are already saying that your T20 winning captain's not out of, he's not amongst the runs at this point and looked very ordinary at the World Cup as well. The batting position's the same.
Yeah. Justice for Shreyas, come on. Praneet Datta saying, my team PBKS, KPS winning heart and matches kush kar das. Klassen innings cost SRH and getting Aniket run out. With this bowling, SRH has to score 250 plus.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Ronit, correct.
Klassen did it. He gave the sermon, but he didn't follow his own advice.
And that run out.
Yeah.
Aniket was looking better.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was 24 of 24, Klassen at that time.
And he's had better outing in this season
Absolutely.
as well, Aniket.
Yeah. Praneet Datta again. SRH can't win with Harshal Unadkat. They need to try new bowlers. They got two fantastic spinners out of nowhere.
Yeah,
they can
correct.
be good pacers out of the new guys.
That's what I pointed out. That actually came out of syllabus. Suddenly,
Yeah.
the Chinaman is
Chinaman,
Yeah,
and Harsh
very
Dubey.
good.
Harsh Dubey, yes.
Harsh Dubey, though I knew. I mean, Harsh Dubey, I think I've picked in one of my
Yeah.
before the
Watch out.
season
So there
to
is
watch out for.
Ansari, Zishan Ansari also
Yeah,
is
they
there.
do.
So their spin bowling is good. I mean, remarkable. But their pace bowling is in the pits at this point. And that's what Steve Ticolo was saying. SRH has spent 95 crore or 120 crore on 6 batters. They will never have good bowlers. You can't have 5-6 batters with 15 plus crore. Nothing left for bowlers with this.
Agreed. Valid point.
Yep.
Valid point.
But Ram Gautam is saying RR 25 for 2 versus RCB 25 at back. RCB to get 250. Yes, if Vaibhav Suryavanshi and Yashasvi Jaiswal go cheaply,
Correct.
then I don't think so. But then RCB, even if Kohli goes and Salt goes,
Yeah.
you have a David, you have a Padikkal.
No, they did it in that game. CSK which game was that? CSK. only.
CSK.
They
Yeah,
went
when they
berserk.
went 250.
240.
Yeah, Patidar and
Patidar and
David.
David. 70 runs over 25 deliveries.
They won by 43 runs. that
43
particular
runs,
round.
exactly. Yeah.
Praneet Datta, PBKS has the second best bowler of India, Arshdeep. Best SA bowler, Marco. The next big thing in Oz, Bartlett.
Yeah.
IPL's best spinner in UZ, a dream bowling
That's
lineup.
exactly what I said. That is what puts them even ahead of RR for me. That
Yeah.
bowling attack, all-round bowling attack is incredible.
But we have a big worry with Arshdeep.
I know, but see, he picks up wickets. Like today also has got 2 wickets.
That was his first 2 wickets after 5 matches.
Yeah.
The last time he picked a wicket was in that World Cup semi-final. And it took a stunning catch from Aksar Patel to take that catch. Today, that one stunner from Marco, running one hand,
Yeah.
caught a brilliant catch.
On the boundary.
What a catch.
It was as if he's plucking some fruit from a
Just
tree.
look at his size also, na.
Yeah.
Incredible.
6'8", 6'9". Yeah.
Incredible. Huge.
Okay.
Zeus, where are those guys who were favouring SRH at half time? Harshal, Dubey, Unadkat, what? Please, you're not even in contention for...
Yeah, surprisingly, there were a lot of guys
Yeah.
in the comment section who felt that the pitch was slowing down and this is going to be SRH's match to lose. That's the kind of confidence that a lot of the folks had.
Exactly.
Zeus clearly was one of those who was watching that stream.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. So, let's go down.
No, you got so
we can
many.
take
Why you
that,
have to go? Just be there.
yeah.
Just don't
Ah,
move
stop,
it.
stop.
Don't move. Just leave it.
Yeah, just change the channel. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Quickly, Rahul
Piyush
not
Nandre.
Rahul not Dravid says, I'll do the question. He says, only 3 out of 10 IPL captains are part of India's T20I setup. What is the reason for this imbalance? That's interesting. But by the way, I mean, I think what India's T20 team was roughly what all of us would have made the team. I don't think at that time they had any major surprises. So that happens. That doesn't necessarily, but that's the beauty of IPL as well. Not necessarily international players end up doing it. By the way, it happens for overseas teams as well. A lot of time you have players who are not part of their international teams, but then when they come to an IPL, have a great time. So that can of course happen. The fact of the matter is all these are top level players. So that's what is important. Piyush Nandre says, law of average, Sanju Samsung, he can't fail 4 times in a row. We'll find out. He's batting at the moment, so we'll figure that out, how that pans out. But we'll remember his Comment De Pratap Singh Chauhan says, Nikhil bhai, Shreyas Iyer should have been ODI captain. He's finished mature product in captaincy. Do you think still selectors can go to him for ODI World Cup 27? Gill is still work in progress. I don't think that will happen because as I see it, both Rohit, Virat are most likely going to be playing that World Cup. And I don't think you're changing Gill now for captaincy. At least as of now, I think that's the reason. I don't know what happens from there on.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take your leave. Thank you for your company. There's another game.
Yeah.
We'll be back for the mid innings
Yeah.
of that particular encounter, DC versus CSK.
Yeah. Oh boy,
And-
Samson's about to get to double digits for the first time.
I know, lots of chatter.
Yeah.
Okay, take care. Bye bye.
See you.
See you.